Mr. Proto, and it's worth fighting for. I think that is the good part of liberalism. That is that you actually have empathy for other people and other countries, and that there are times when we will do things that perhaps don't entirely serve ourselves, but sometimes even sacrifice a little bit of the good of our country for the better of another. But we just need to make sure that that is actually what is going to happen, and that in seeking to do good, we do not pave the road to hell. So that we are realistic in seeking to do good. I think we should seek to do good. I think that is one of the great characteristics of America, is that we actually do not simply act on the basis of might is right. And if you look at the history of the United States, well, after World War II, we had nukes and nobody else did. We could have taken over the world. We could have absolutely subjugated anyone. And yet, did we do that? No. In fact, we helped rebuild Japan. We helped rebuild Europe. And I think that served the greater good. But it's important to us that that is really quite unusual by historical standards. And I'm not saying that the United States only does good things. The United States has done good and bad things. But on balance, I think the United States has been a great force for benevolence, probably more so than any country in history. And that is worthy of admiration. And so I do think that is a good thing. But we don't want to be naive in seeking to do good. We want to care about the reality of doing good, not the perception of it. So
I think that's what.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying. I think that was beautifully said. I think we live in a moment right now where those things go together, where we bring a realism to our foreign policy. I think a realism would actually result in the outcome that was best for Ukraine, for Israel, but by looking at it through an actual realist perspective that, I think we live, at least right now, in a moment where that's actually going to lead to the greater good by advancing, a national self-interest in this moment we're in. I think that's actually the frame that will achieve the greater good result that you talk about too. So I think we're synchronous, but maybe coming at it from different angles there.
So, sounds good. Yeah, I just think like sometimes, Vivek, I agree with you actually, but I just want to make sure that people sort of generally understand that we're not talking about sort of just engaging in purely selfish behavior that only ever serves purely the interests of the United States, but that we actually do care about other countries and other people, and we want to make sure that that actions we take are actually successful in helping those people, and do not actually, as we seek perhaps to help them, in fact hurt them. So there's I'm a big fan of South Park and the Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and there's a movie Team America where we're Team America World Police. The movie starts off with actually with a sort of terrorist attack in Paris, and then Team America comes in to just destroy the terrorists, but also levels half of Paris. It's like, well, I don't know if that was, should we have leveled half of Paris to destroy some terrorists? Perhaps not. So we just need to make sure that when we seek to do good, that we in fact do achieve it, and that we're realistic and do not inadvertently pave the road to hell with our good intentions.
Amen. I'm good for another at least 10 minutes, X. But I think that's actually
that could be a great moment to end on.
Yeah, I think well said, Elon, and I think that I am an advocate for. And let me just say this: talk about the presidency, that's in self-interest or whatever to talk about new people and outsiders and whatever. But go a layer deeper. The more I've learned about this, I think the more I'm convinced that you not only need that at the level of whoever's on on top of the executive branch, but in the State Department, in other parts of the federal bureaucracy that hopefully only a small subset of which survive, still need probably in the next chapter some people who have a muscle memory different than the one they've been trained on, which is to think they're doing good or convince themselves of the ultimate lie that they're doing good when in fact they're creating more harm than good, even not just for the United States, but for those other very actors they purport to help. And so, we'll see if we can't get there and, clean that up and staff it accordingly. So thank you guys. Appreciate this discussion. Learned a lot actually today too from the others who participated. So thanks to everybody else you called on.
Absolutely.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, Alexander. Thank you,